At the beginning of the film, we learn that a new dark age has settled on Earth. Humanity attempted to prevent a mass crisis by investing in biotechnology, but nothing worked. Created viruses and organisms were released into the wild and subsequently destroyed all edible plants, animals, and even people. The oligarchy now resides in cities called citadels, while everyone else struggles to make ends meet. People barter for seeds in the cities, but they are programmed to yield only once. It is under these conditions that 13-year-old Vesper grows up. The heroine wanders through the fog in the field, trying to find some plants and insects. A drone flies nearby Vesper, protecting her from dangers. The girl returns home through a forest full of breathing trees. On the lawn, small creatures crawling out of holes in the ground try to attack Vesper. At home, she makes a kind of soup from the supplies she has gathered. Then Vesper goes to her paralyzed father's room and feeds him through a catheter. Darius asks his daughter not to rush because the food is too hot, but she doesn't listen to him. The man communicates with Vesper using the drone. She tells her father that she is going to the laboratory now. Darius decides to accompany her using a drone, even though its battery is running low. The girl makes her way into the building, on whose walls grow terrifying creatures. Vesper enters the laboratory and decides to conduct an experiment on a caterpillar she has found. She hears a noise, and after collecting some samples, she goes outside. Vesper sees a pilgrim in front of her, a person who collects trash. Darius tells his daughter that they wander aimlessly. However, Vesper someday wants to follow one of them. Darius asks his daughter to abandon this idea because he understands that she just wants to find her mother, who became a pilgrim. Vesper sees that someone has destroyed the creatures in front of the house. She takes out a knife to defend herself from the guests. Vesper sees that there is a malfunction in her father's life support system. To help him, special bacteria are needed. The girl decides to go to Jonas for them. When Vesper approaches the house, she sees that Jag, a special creature grown in the citadel to serve people, is seriously injured. One of Jonas's sons finishes off Jag. Vesper agrees to a deal with the man to obtain bacteria for her father. While the girl donates her blood, which will then be exchanged for seeds, Jonas offers her and her father to move in with him. Vesper refuses, as she does not want to become another incubator. The girl is confident that in the future she will leave these horrible places and nothing will break her. When Vesper wants to get the bacteria, the man says he will only give them after selling the goods to the citadel. The daughter understands that her father won't hold on that long. Vesper decides to take a desperate step. The girl sneaks into Jonas's barn and steals the bacteria that her father so desperately needs. Additionally, Vesper decides to take some seeds as well. On her way home, the girl sees a damaged plane from the citadel flying through the sky. A few seconds later, it crashes. Vesper returns home and tells her father that she's going to unlock the seeds so they grow for more than 1 year. The girl dreams of working at the citadel, but Darius advises her to forget about it. Crying, Vesper runs outside and sees a girl who was injured in the plane crash. The heroine helps Camellia, who is entangled by several plants, and drags her into the house. At home, Vesper takes care of the injured girl, removing the parasites. Darius criticizes his daughter for this help, as they have many problems already. When she regains consciousness, the girl asks Vesper to look around the area for her father, who crashed with her in a plane. Despite Darius's protests, his daughter decides to help Camellia. In the evening, the girl asks what happened to Vesper's father. She tells her that he was injured while serving in the citadel. Camellia promises that her father will arrange everything so that Darius and his daughter can return to the city. Suddenly, the man feels unwell. Camellia helps the girl by putting Darius to sleep with her kiss and stopping the episode. The next day, Vesper sets out on a search. Soon she manages to find the plane, but at that very moment, Jonas appears next to it. The man neutralizes Camelia's father for living in the citadel and then orders his children to dismantle the plane. Jonas suspects that there was a second pilot in the cockpit and wants to find him. Darius lies that his daughter ended up near the plane by accident. At home, the man suggests stealing the transmitter from Jonas to inform Citadel about Camellia. Vesper lies to the girl, saying they couldn't find her father. After that, the heroine offers Camellia to look at her creations. Vesper is passionate about synthetic biology and creates new species of plants. Camellia is delighted by them and says that her father is in charge of this very branch of science at the Citadel. When Vesper is distracted by her plants, Darius asks the girl not to try to take him to the Citadel as well, as he is unlikely to get there alive. In the evening at home, the girl tells Camellia about her mother. The woman loved to sing, wanted to travel a lot, but home and domestic life only stifled her. That is why a year ago, Vesper's mother left with the pilgrims. Camellia tries to comfort the girl. Vesper shows Camellia pictures of animals she has never seen. Camellia tries to mimic their sounds and habits. Vesper asks why everyone cannot enter the citadel. Camellia explains that there are too few resources there. Jags, who are more loyal than ordinary people, are used as workers. Vesper is upset by these words and asks the girl to play a little on her mother's gusli. The next morning, the girl goes to Jonas's farm with the drone. Darius decides to slip in first to check everything. The girl walks past the barn when she's distracted by Jonas. The man says the drone has become faulty, but he can fix it. Jonas also tells her that seeds were recently stolen from him. The son, who was guarding the barn, said that bugs stole them. However, Jonas suspects that someone else is involved. When the man asks about the passenger, Vesper lies again and at a convenient moment escapes with the drone. In the forest, she tries to turn it on, but realizes that everything was ruined by Jonas. His children catch up with the girl and mark her. Vesper returns home and tries to repair the drone. In addition, she tells Camellia the truth about her father and even takes her to him. Vesper finds out that the girl is actually a Jag. Camellia explains that her father created her and endowed her with intelligence, which is strictly forbidden. That is why they fled from the citadel. Vesper attacks the girl for deceit and false hopes. At home, she talks with Darius after fixing the drone. When she goes to the kitchen, Vesper sees the girl trying to stab herself with a knife. The heroine saves Camellia and asks her not to give up, even if everything seems hopeless. Vesper decides to study the girl and asks to take some of her material. The girl finds a strange blocked section in Camellia's DNA. The girl tells that her father was promised refuge in another citadel. Soon, Vesper finds out why. When Camellia plays the gusli, the heroine suddenly realizes that her DNA can unlock the seeds. Vesper tells her father about it and understands that now they will have a harvest. The next day, the girl, along with the drone, goes to the old laboratory. At that moment, Jonas comes to them. The man tells Camellia that he is Darius's brother. Jonas demands that the girl go with him. The man accidentally learns that Jaguar is in front of him. Camellia tries to kiss Jonas to put him to sleep, but he doesn't let her do it. Suddenly, Vesper appears in the room. Two girls manage to defeat Jonas. However, Vesper does not want to destroy the man and therefore offers a deal. She reveals that the key to unlocking the seeds is contained in Camellia's DNA. Vesper asks Jonas to leave them alone in exchange for these seeds. The man returns home but still activates the transmitter. In the evening, Vesper hears a strange noise and realizes that someone has arrived from the citadel. A yellow substance that shouldn't be touched seeps into the house through crannies. When it evaporates, Darius warns them not to breathe it in. Camellia does not want to endanger anyone and plans to surrender. Dari opposes this and wants the girl to take Vesper to the new citadel. The daughter does not want to leave her father, who intends to sacrifice himself for her. Then Dari suggests the girls hide in the swamp while he distracts the military. Then they will return and together begin the journey to the citadel. Meanwhile, the military passes by Jonas's house and destroys everyone. When they enter Dari's house, he uses his mind to connect to a drone and crashes it into his accumulator. From this, a powerful explosion occurs. Vesper realizes that her father sacrificed himself for her well-being. Camellia hugs the girl and tries to comfort her. The girl asks Vesper to hurry up. They need to reach the laboratory and then, when everything calms down, move to the new citadel. However, the military quickly catches up with the girls in the forest. Vesper and her companion try to hide in the bushes and not make any unnecessary noise. However, one of the plants reveals their presence. Camellia suggests going with the military to save the heroine. However, this turns out to be just a maneuver. The girl lunges at the soldier and he drops his weapon. Vesper picks it up and at the right moment knocks the man out. Then the heroine moves a special bush, causing the soldier to be pierced by hundreds of small branches. Camellia realizes that the path to the citadel is long and they will often be hunted. The girl stops Vesper and says she won't go with her any further. The heroine cries and begs Camellia to stay, but she only kisses her on the lips, lulling her to sleep. Then Camellia reaches the laboratory, where she surrenders to the military. Morning arrives. Vesper wakes up in the forest and realizes she is alone once again. The girl returns to her home and plants several unlocked seeds in memory of her father. Vesper hears a noise and, turning around, sees Jonas's several children who are now left unprotected. She takes them under her protection and decides to fulfill an old dream. Vesper sets off on a journey to find the pilgrims and reaches their city, built from debris. The girl climbs to the top of the tower and sees the citadel in the distance. Vesper opens her palm, and seeds fly out, capable of yielding crops and saving all of humanity. This is the end of the movie. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this movie, and see you in new videos.